everybody. It is Wednesday. Welcome to the program tonight on this Wednesday night. Who's with me tonight? Who is joining the party? On its Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, Kitty. I hope it is a happy Wednesday for you. Kath, Jennifer. Great to have you all with us tonight. It is Hump Day. Yes, you're who the first time? Who? Where's my hair? Carlos said it was getting a little unmanageable. Pat in the Peanut Gallery. If you dealt with what I deal with all day long, Kitty, you would have no hair too. Carlos says this saves me money. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. Great to have you with us tonight. Great to have everybody here. What are we grateful for on this Hump Day? Tell me about it. Tell me about what you are grateful for tonight. What made you smile today? What makes you smile today? I got one for you. I'll that's an important one. Now my yard grows back faster than that, Kitty. Hello, Kelly. Good to have you with us. You know, hey, Jeremy, that was a good one. That was good. I am glad you are grateful for your wonderful wife. What's your wonderful wife's name? Let's call her out. See, I felt like today was sort of like a Monday, Kitty, although I was not in store. But I'm glad you had nice customers today. And ultimately, most of our customers are nice. They do appreciate us. Even the ones that are a little rough around the edge ultimately are nice. It has been a roller coaster week. And, you know, that's sort of like, I'm like, it's only Wednesday, but hey, it's Wednesday. Let's look at it with a positive outlook. You know, some of you have heard, I'll make you laugh. Joelle, welcome to the program. JJ, now all your kids are going to be named with J's, Jeremy? I see the J theme going on here. We carry Lane all the way through. It's my mother-in-law's middle name, it's my wife's middle name, and it's Rebecca's middle name. Great supporters, parents, husbands, friends, and staff members. Yes, it's all about the team that helps us get there. It's because you're not alone running this store, Kelly. I tell you this. You are not alone running this store. You are not in this alone. Even in your darkest times when you feel alone, that you have people supporting you. You have people carrying you there. So my funny story for today, okay, and this comes out of, you know, my dad was the town pharmacist, okay. Hey, Karen. And well, here, Karen's heard this story, or this part of it anyways. You know, some of you have heard me say before, well, I'm practically a doctor. I'm the son of a pharmacist. Okay? And, you know, so, and that comes out of back in the day. I mean, doctors and pharmacists consulted a lot more than they do today. I mean, doctors would call the pharmacist to say, hey, what should I prescribe this guy? The pharmacist would call the doctor and say, hey, this thing that you prescribed, you can't prescribe this thing. That ain't gonna, what are you trying to solve? And it was a really good back and forth relationship, doctors and pharmacists. So I always felt like I knew what to take for whatever. And I still have strong opinions on that, or probably stronger than I should, this many years removed from working in a pharmacy day to day. So I was in a room today, and I said that, well, I'm practically a doctor. I'm the son of a pharmacist. And the guy in the office next door says, I'm the son of a preacher. I'm practically God. And even my peanut gallery's liking that one. I'm like, I just, how do you argue with that? I mean, that's like, that, and it was quick too. He was right on it, It was really good. I mean, that brought a smile to my face today. And I said goodbye, God, when I left there. I mean, what the heck? For a Holy Week in the Jewish religion, this time between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, where it is where we have the Day of Atonement coming, we're forgiven for our sins for the past year. We get a clean slate, the son of a pastor. I'm practically God. That was great. Well, it is great to hear what everybody is grateful for. Hey, Suzanne and MJ, it's Martini Wednesday. Martini Wednesday, Suzanne and MJ. Cheers to you. I'm getting that much closer to Virginia, Suzanne. My in-laws are not the in-law that lives with me. My father-in-law and his wife are moving to the place where they reenact everything, and I keep on screwing it up. Where are they moving? Williamsburg. So, I'm getting close, I have a chance of getting to Virginia again. Besides coming to see you, and Michelle, and so many others, and Anne. I can do, a whole, Virginia tour. I could spend a month in Virginia with all the people I gotta come see. And I know a great boutique hotel that I could stay at. Which should sure be staying with the in-laws.
Like you'd be invited.
Yes, well, I have a better chance of being invited to Cape Charles than I do from wherever I just said.
Williamsburg?
Williamsburg. I want to call it Wilmington. Williamsburg.
Wilmington is somewhere else.
Wilmington is someplace else. But yes, I have a better chance of being invited to Cape Charles. I have a better chance of being invited just about any place else in Virginia. All right, folks, let's get this party started because I'm like confusing Adele and she's looking up some of the backstories on this. Some of the stories I hadn't told her before. But it's not the story. All the stories I tell are true. That's the crazy part. It's not the... each story is different, and they're all true. Aha! Well, isn't this an appropriate one for today? There's a Wilmington, North Carolina. There's a Wilmington, Delaware. There's a Wilmington, Mass. It's sort of the Springfield of states. There's Wilmingtons all over the place. Like there's a Springfield, Mass, a Springfield, Illinois, Springfield, Missouri, a Springfield, I'm thank you, Adele, thank you. Well, you've heard so many of my stories too. I mean, I'm not creative enough. People think that I make some of this stuff up. I'm really, honestly not that creative to make up the things that happen in my day, that have happened to us in life and in business and everything else. All the stories I tell from being locked in the basement as a kid on up are all true. I really need to go. I don't think we have any of the pictures of the staircase up from my father's pharmacy when I was locked in that. I mean, up like this, the staircase. I may have to go back and get some. All right, we're starting in the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we get this program started every night. Our good morning today is good morning. I wish you were on page 70 if you're following along. Page 70 tonight. Good morning. I wish you, clarity today. Clarity of thought. Clarity of expression. And a direct line between what you feel and what to do about it. That last part's a little dangerous for some of you. Some of you live a little on the wild side for that. Let's see if we can. We haven't opened the Everyday Courage book in a little bit. Let's open that up and see what we got here. We are on September 23rd. I love it. Now, Vina got us this book, Everyday Courage. Courage is only the accumulation of small steps. Courage is only the accumulation of small steps, people. That is what we do. That is what I talk about all the time. Slight edge change, little tiny changes to make yourself better. Okay, a couple quick news bites today. Ellen! Ellen, welcome to you and Mike. I so need to touch base with you. I hope you are all well. Thinking of you lots. And I hope all is chic in the chic world. Holy moly, those Canadians! Those Canadians! No wonder I want to hug Trudeau. Okay, if they let me back across the border, I could give a big hug to Trudeau for helping all these Canadian businesses, the Canadian people, quite honestly. That's awesome, Karen. Thank you for sharing that. I will pull that up in detail and hopefully report on more details on that tomorrow. But they're doing things right, okay? They're not letting politics get in the way of it. I do have some updates. I don't have it printed and in front of me on our stuff. There is still a push to make things right here in this country. I'm just not sure they have the will to do it. Leadership takes a will. Leadership takes an energy. Leadership takes being okay with not everybody's okay with what you say. It is, leadership you have to care more about others than you care about yourself. I mean, and the political leaders in this country don't. They worry about getting reelected. They worry about, raising money. They worry about what it's going to sound like on the news, okay? They don't worry about how it's affecting the person on Main Street, the person that's running a business there and the person that's living up above that store. Okay? They don't think about how that's affecting that. They'll make up stuff they're talking about, okay, to make it sound good in the soundbite, okay? But they've rationalized to themselves this total irrationalization of keeping themselves in their position and title, and the egos that go along with that is just, I just don't get it. I'm not there. But I love some of what's just blanketly happening to do the right thing in Canada, and I applaud them, and I will hold that out as an example in my talks when people take my call. Right now, all they want to know is who's going to be the Supreme Court Justice, and I'm not directly involved in that fight. I have opinions on it, but I am not directly involved in that fight. If anything, I'd rather be Speaker of the House. If you want to elect me Speaker of the House, you don't have to be a member of Congress to be Speaker, I'm just saying. Okay, you do not need, it's a little known fact, but you do not actually need to be a member of Congress to be Speaker of the House. Oops, hang on. Am I going to sneeze? Excuse me. Excuse me. Good thing I wasn't wearing the mic for that tonight. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, a couple of quick... Thank you, Julie. That's a role I could take. It's nominated. I don't have to win a popularity contest. I don't have to go running off to raise money for it. But that's, you know... Okay, moving on. You know, this is not a big surprise, but something, again, you guys need to be aware of, because this is just the first one talking about it. Federal Express will ring in the new year with price hikes and surcharges. Will increase their shipping rate by an average of about 5% or more starting January 4th. And it will include changes how the additional handling surcharges is assessed for packages greater than 105 inches in length and girth. And they'll introduce a high-cost service area surcharge to some U.S. zip codes. And some U.S. locations will have an international out-of-delivery area surcharge. Okay, so if you're going to Sheboygan, it might be international out of the area. Okay, and on top of that, a fuel surcharge. Okay, so this is on top of what they're already doing for the holidays. This is what they are doing on top of the holiday surcharges. And so and you know what is coming. UPS and the U.S. Postal Service will have to raise their rates to be competitive. Because if they kept their rates lower, they would not be competitive. You go figure that one out, okay? That is some funny math. That is congressional math if I ever heard it. Okay, to be competitive, we have to raise our prices. We can't be competitive unless we raise our prices. So we will raise our prices. I can tell you, even though this is FedEx, I can tell you that UPS and the U.S. Postal Service will not be far behind. They just haven't announced it yet. So just keep that in mind. Although we got a thank you letter the other day on a package we shipped. Okay, so we got a thank you letter for using the U.S. Postal Service. Thank you for using the U.S. Postal Service and keeping me employed. Okay, because we shipped to somebody that worked for the U.S. Postal Service. So you gotta appreciate that. So I thought that was nice that they at least wrote us that's how we shipped their package, and that's what they did. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. What was the other piece that I had to cover for you tonight? I just had a couple bits of news, and then we're going to get to your homework. Rent the Runway has dropped their unlimited rental. Unprofitable, they say. They'll no longer accept new members for it starting this week, and members that are currently members will be able to utilize the plan through early 2021, when they will no longer be able to do it. So, not a big surprise there. I've talked about that. Wayfair's answer to Prime Day, Way Day, kicked off today. Offers free shipping and up to 80% off best-selling products from all major categories on the site. And it's a full 2 days this year. Last year's event only lasted 36 hours. But Wayfair has only been profitable because of the pandemic, and it's iffy on their profitability prospects beyond that. Susan, welcome. And we're skipping that. Okay, so what did I give you for homework last night? Do you remember? Did you pay attention? Did you do your homework? It's funny, one of my employees yesterday fell asleep doing their homework the night before. She's like, I can't believe I woke up and she's in this class studying the brain or something like that, brain science or something.
Neuroscience?
And she's got to take it for something else. It's not even has anything to do with anything she's interested in, but she had one of those college courses you have to take. And she's there trying to read it in the back room on her lunch break. And, so it was kind of comical with that. But she was able to do change without the computer after that. So maybe she's learning something. So your homework last night. At the end of the show last night, I gave you the assignment of, do you know what it means when you sell out of your pocket? When selling out of your own pocket. Hey, Joanne, great to have you here tonight. So, do you know what it means? Do you know what I mean when I say you're selling out of your own pocket? Anybody? Come on, take me on that. Tell me you paid attention. Or are you all scratching your head? Don't scratch it too hard, your hair will fall out. Do you know what I mean when I say you're selling out of your own pocket? Nobody. No biters on that one. I'm getting nobody biting on it. Okay, so I guess I gotta explain. Explain it to me, Lucy. And Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Neil, you got some explaining to do. Okay. What I mean by selling out of your own pocket, okay, is you sell to potential customers, or you treat potential customers like they were you. Okay? You treat everybody, and from a sales experience perspective, you treat them, or you think that they think like you think. Okay? Part of it is based on what you think the customer can afford. But even more of it, Julie, is based on the way you shop and the way you can afford it. Or what you buy. Let me give you a simple example. Most of us in here can remember a time before iPhones. Okay? And that's not to age all of us, but some of us might have been little kids back then. But you remember a time before iPhones. Okay, and before iPhones, the cell phone selection map was pretty broad. Okay, you had a wide choice of flip phones and non-flip phones and bricks and other things for cell phones, okay? Installed phones, uninstalled phones. Okay, you had this plethora of different models, brands. You had your Nokias, your Motorola's, your Samsungs, your Philips. Did Philips make one? Doesn't really matter. You had all these different phones. It didn't come down to just a Samsung or a iPhone. And back in those days, when you went into a cell phone store, you didn't know what you want. Like now, when you walk in for a phone, most people that are watching this broadcast tonight know they either want an iPhone or they want a Samsung. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. And beepers, yes. Y2K, I had two phones on Y2K, 1999, 12/31/99. I had two phones, two beepers on me. I was cool when I had a beeper. I was cool. But hey, Anita, great to have you here. But when you went in shopping for a phone, okay, you ended out typically getting shown, yeah, I had a BlackBerry at one point too. You got shown what the salesman was carrying, okay, and told why you should buy what the salesman was carrying, or woman. Whatever phone they had was what you were going to walk out with, 9 times out of 10 because they were selling out of their own pocket. They were selling what they knew. They selling what they liked. They sold what they felt comfortable with, okay? Because their pockets were comfortable, okay? So they were selling out of their own pocket. So I think you guys are following me on the philosophy of your own pocket. You know, how you treat somebody based on how they look. I mean, I have this guy that I know, who's jeans and a t-shirt all the time. I mean, older guy, jeans and a t-shirt, in his 50s, probably late 50s at this point, because he's older than me, and maybe even, well, probably even 60s now. Oh, shoot, I'm aging myself. Okay, in his 60s now, jeans, t-shirt, beat up jeans at that, ponytail, okay, and beard, and walks around, multi-millionaire, but, to look at him, you'd think, oh, shoot, he doesn't have 2 nickels to rub together. I'm going to show him the low-end one. Multi-millionaire, though, okay? He learned how to kill that, though. When he bought a Cadillac, that sort of killed his image. It ruined him. He owned 1 Cadillac because of that. It really ruined his I don't have any money image that he was going for when he went in to buy things. So don't sell out of your own pocket. So now you have this image of selling. So I told you what the 2 topics of the week were. Okay, price elasticity and email. And tonight I'm going to tackle email. Okay, because that is a hard one for you guys. Okay? It's a hard one because you are bad about keeping an email list. Those either good at it or get ones, We get ones from all our suppliers so we can keep them in touch. We get ones from a lot of our shoppers, want to be kept in touch on what's happening. But what most people do with email is sell out of their own pocket. And with email, what I mean by that with email is you send 1 email a week. You send 1 email a month. Oh, no, I don't want to bother my customers. I don't want to be like Macy's. I don't want to be like Marriott. Okay? I don't want to be like Michael's. I'm only going to email them once a quarter. Okay? Well, did you ever think about what the 3 M's have in common? Marriott, Michael's, and Macy's? They're all a lot bigger than you. Okay? If nothing else, they're all bigger than you. They have an incredible media budget. Okay? They spend a lot more on marketing than you do. Okay? In dollars. And I would wager even as a percentage of revenue. And they send emails all the time. Why do they send emails all the time? Funny you should ask. I'm glad you did ask. They send them because they work. Okay? They bombard you with emails. Your inbox is full of them. If you were to look at your inbox right now, I am sure you would find many. Many of emails in your inbox from any one of those. Just over the last several days. Okay? I can think I've gotten this week alone since Saturday or Sunday 3 from Marriott and nobody's traveling. Not to mention how many I would get if people are traveling. So why do they send them? Why don't people unsubscribe? Well, people don't unsubscribe. Not everyone reaches the inbox. Some of it is A/B testing. What subject line? Same contents, but what subject line do you open? Okay? Not everybody's going to open every email. Some are just going to hit delete. Some are just going to sit there in their inbox, just like you. Right now, I know some of you have these sitting in your inbox that you haven't done anything with. Or when you see it, you just hit delete, unless you're looking for something. And that's okay. Your customers are okay with that. Right, Kitty. Overstock sends you one every day. Do you read every one, Kitty? No. Do you delete every one? No. Do you unsubscribe every time you get one and you say, oh my God, another email from Overstock? No. Okay? But it keeps a pipeline of people that do. The same customer isn't going to open and read every one. Okay? They just aren't. So, that's okay. But when you send one once a week, once a month, once a quarter, because you want to protect your customers like you want to be protected, you're not doing them a service. You're selling out of your own pocket. Send ones more often. If they unsubscribe, that's okay. That's not an insult. It's nothing to take. Right, you delete most, but you watch what they're pushing. And if it interests you, you follow up on it. And that's okay. That's what people do with your emails. And if they got your emails more often, if you're sending quarterly and move to monthly, if you're sending monthly and move to weekly, if you send weekly and move to 3 times a week, your customers will be okay with it. You won't see your unsubscribe rate go to the moon. Okay? Because you're emailing out of your own pocket right now. Market out of your customers. Email is cost-effective, simple, cheap. You can automate it. You can have it set up way in advance. It is a good, effective marketing tool. Okay? And you shouldn't limit it. Okay? You're limiting yourself. You're limiting your income. You're limiting your store's potential by emailing out of your own pocket. Okay? So we don't want to email out of your own pocket. We want to email out of your customers. And there's some percentage of your customers that'll open each one. And that's okay. Even if it reduces your overall open rate, okay, if your sales go up because of it, if your traffic in your store goes up over it, even if you just A/B test subject lines, okay? You send this email on Monday and this email on Thursday. Same email contents, different subject line. How many of those that you got from Overstock, Kitty, have the same contents? How many that you got from Michaels or Macy's? The content's the same, the subject line's slightly different. Watch it, learn from it, okay? There's a reason the big guys do it. Okay, these big guys know what they're doing. They have more people and more resources working on it. This is why I talk about the big guys. Not to make you the big guy, okay, but to make you understand the philosophy behind it. What is working and why they do it. So that you can take your budget and your resources and apply it to your business. And grow your way out of this. This is all about growth. How do we grow our way out of this? Okay, because you grow your way out of this with bigger sales. You grow your way out of this with reduced marketing costs. Email is a reduced marketing cost. It doesn't overwhelm. And even though you hate it, okay, when you get multiples from these people, you don't unsubscribe. Because you want to see what's next. It's sort of the Howard Stern effect, okay? The people that hate him tune in longer. They tune in longer because they want to know what he's going to say next, okay? They want to know what you're going to offer. And the ones that unsubscribe, that's okay too, okay? That's okay. But you're touching your customers, so touch your customers. Reach out and give them a hug. Give them a touch. Don't email out of your own pocket. Don't do it. I know you hate it. I know you hate it. But don't email out of your own pocket. That is tonight's lesson. That is my lesson on your own pocket for tonight. I've got more coming this week for you. You know, this video and everything I talk about here goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. It's available there so that we can help everybody see the other side of this. We want to help everybody get to the other side. Yes, Julie, interrupt me. Breaking news, breaking news. Julie is interrupting Neil. Go, Julie. Hang on a second. Can I click you? Hang on a second. I thought I could. There was a way for me to even bring you online. I guess not on the phone. Maybe on the computer. When I do it on the computer, I'm doing it on the phone. Julie, interrupt us. Maybe. Hang on a second here. I'm wondering. Julie. Where was Julie? Hang on, Julie. Let's try this.
Hey, everyone. You did it. I had no idea you could do that. So,
Everybody, welcome Julie Stankiewicz to the show. Live.
thank you for letting me interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast. But while you were talking, I got a phone call. And normally I don't let anything interrupt my Neil watching. But it was a call that I had a feeling I knew what the news was. And this is something that is important to share because I think a lot of us have gotten our hopes down about this topic. And this topic is grants. Has everyone applied for grants throughout all of this? Yeah. Has anybody gotten well, I've applied for lots and lots of grants and I've gotten none. A friend of mine called me a couple weeks ago that he is on a board of a local credit union that I'm not a member of, in a town I don't live in, but they were looking for women-owned businesses to grant money to. And
Big priority.
And he threw my name out to the board and to one of the decision makers and asked if I would be willing to talk to them about it. And I did, and it was a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't heard anything. And they had a meeting today, and I qualified for the grant. And he just called me to deliver that news. So, and I've applied and applied and applied and applied, and I've gotten nothing until right now. So, for anyone who has applied for anything and has been turned down, keep applying because you never know where something is going to come from. And this is going to get me $5,250 that
Wow!
it's huge. It's huge. And I'm so beyond thrilled. It literally brought me to tears. And thank you, Kelly. I am beyond grateful for this. And they're going to, this is going to be they're going to present me with a check. So this is not just a send me a check thing. And I'm so excited. I don't even know when it's going to happen, but this was a big deal. And I'm so excited. I just can't even be any more excited. So I'm sorry to interrupt our regularly scheduled broadcast, but just persist. Keep plugging along. I've applied for everything and gotten nothing. So this is an example of just keep doing it. Things that you know nothing about are out there, and you might get something. So. And I knew that somebody was out there looking for women-owned businesses, and actually, they were looking for certified women-owned businesses, and I'm not certified. But as soon as I got that call from him, I immediately called my accountant, and I'm like, what do I need to do? And I told him, I'll do whatever I have to do. And he said, it's okay, we'll take your word for it. Because my friend is on this board, he said in the interview with me, I didn't even have to fill out an application. They filled out the application for me from the interview on the phone with me. He said they were so impressed with me from the answers that I gave them through the interview process. And I'm like, I am beyond,
That's just Julie.
This is like a little more than a month's rent for me, and like it's huge. It's huge. So amazing relief. So excitement. Keep up what you're doing, and hope for the best, even when you don't think that anything can come of it. Keep doing it.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing me on.
I'm going to resume our regular program here in October, but thank you for sharing that. We are thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to exit off here so you can finish and say the good night. And thank you so much, everyone.
That is awesome. Isn't that great news? It's persistence, people. Persistence. That is what this takes. Not giving up. That is what's so important. My one side note for Julie, and this is us, just to have in the back of her mind, is there is a tax implication of that, but it's really nothing because you gained. This is a grant. It's not a loan, people. So keep your eyes out there for all these local grants. There is money out there. Keep on top of it. So that is awesome. Hey, there's the birthday girl. Happy birthday, Angie. So that is awesome. And there's an Illinois grant for those of you in Illinois too, for statewide grant. So apply for that. That is awesome. This video and everything we do here is over at narcs.org/ReeseHailstrong. It's there so you can catch the replay, which so many of you do. It's huge. It's just incredibly flattering, the number of you that watch the replay. So happy that people are able to do that. But it's also there so you can share with everybody you know, so we can help every butcher, baker, candlestick maker, bookie even, get across the finish line of this, okay? They're not alone running this operation. We're going to get everybody across the finish line. I am here every night at more 8 than ish live in the Narcs private Facebook group, live. And that's where you get to ask me your questions live. If you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book. If you were not here at the beginning of the program, our good morning tonight was good morning. I wish you clarity today. Clarity of thought, clarity of expression, and a direct line between what you feel and what to do about it. Our good night tonight is good night. I wish you clarity tonight. Clarity of self, clarity of purpose, and a direct line between who you want to be and how to get there. Speaker of the House, I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, without getting elected to Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your graphics tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good wedding, a party, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again, and we will be in person again. I can promise you that. And when we are, I will be there. But until then, don't do it out of your own pocket. Be open-minded. Apply for those grants and know that you, and especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow night. It's time for dinner. Have a great night.